I've got all these like little wispy things going on here. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica, aka Littlemisskinxpert. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how I created this eyeshadow look. So without further ado, let's get started. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, good morning guys. So today I thought I would share with you this palette right here. This is the Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette. I picked this up yesterday at Sephora. I've actually been eyeing it on her Instagram and thought that this would be an awesome palette to own because these shades are all very wearable, and you know, she's got a very unique formula. Supposedly she crushes like crystals in some of these shadows, so I'm going to demo that today. Now, one thing I like about little palettes like this is it's very travel friendly. And I also like the fact that it makes it very simple. Now, there isn't a highlighter bone, like brow bone color, and there isn't a black shade, but you know, those are shades that we can find in other palettes, so I'm not too concerned with that. But when they do shades and a collection of shadows like this, I think it makes it easier for the person who it maybe not be as experienced in the makeup industry, and it makes it a lot more simpler for them to kind of decide and choose on their colors that they're going to apply on their eyes. So let's do this. So making it easy for us, we're going to go ahead and start with this shade right here. This is the shade called, it looks like Sienna. This will be the transition shade that I will be using in the crease. So there are two matte shades in this palette. One that is the transition shade and the other one that's going to add depth to the lid. And just back and forth using a synthetic brush. This is the Morphe 518. I'm going to take this matte shade right here, and I'm going to take this small tapered blending brush here by Sigma. And I'm going to go ahead and do a halo eye effect. So keeping it very rounded, as you can see that I'm doing here. I'm not too concerned with being too perfect. I just want to lay the color down because I am going to go in and cut the center out. Taking my time. As you can see, I have two brushes in my hand because I'm going to go in with this brush and I'm going to go ahead and just start packing on that dark matte shade as well and starting to form the halo eye. So just taking like a shader brush like this, you know, you could just use any brush that has kind of a rounded tip like that, and then taking that matte shade, I'm just going to kind of help carve out the halo so it's a little bit more rounded in this area. I'm gonna have to turn, you guys. So now taking this blending brush, I'm just gonna go ahead with no product and just kind of start blending these two shades together so there aren't any harsh lines, and kind of just doing it in a rounded movements along the lid. Like that. So I've already done it to this eye. So I've taken the MAC paint pot in soft ochre, and I've using their 242 brush, I'm just adding it to the center of the lid. I'm not too concerned about being too perfect here with this. That's what I like about the paint pots, because it's like a soft consistency, and I feel like you can really manipulate it pretty easily onto the lid, because you're gonna just basically perfect the outer and inner corner and then the center with the shimmer shade. And so this is just to give them a base and help the shimmer shades to adhere better on top of the lid. Okay, I think I'm going to use my finger first to apply the shimmer shade. I'm going to use this one called Soil and start applying it to the top of the lid, like this. Wow, that was like effortless. I love Natasha Denona's eyeshadows. They are expensive. These palettes run at $25. Gram wise, you're getting less than if you were to buy her actual palettes, but I think it's a good introduction for somebody who isn't familiar with her shadows and want to try them. That's why I do encourage, if you want to try her formula and try her shadows. I think the selection she chooses to, for her palettes are really great because they all go together. Okay, so now I'm going to actually use my smudger brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This one's called Quinn. I think that's what this one is called. It's a weird spelling. And to give it even more of a dimension, because I want to keep this center here, right in this area, a little bit lighter, so you get more of a three-dimensional look on the lid. So rather than pack on a black liner to go along the lash line, I think I'm going to actually use a brown one. So I have a couple here. This one is the NYX retractable liner in brown. And then this is the Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer by Rimmel in brown. And as you can tell, they are exactly the same. Probably the only difference is just like the texture a little bit. And one is, I think, waterproof. Yeah. Oh, they're both waterproof. So either one, I'm a big fan of. As you guys know, I use a lot of Rimmel. I actually went to Walgreens the other day and I saw that they had other colors there. But I usually just stick to like browns and blacks and grays. Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of keep this line soft. Then I'm going to just go in with that matte brown shade in the palette, and I'm just going to stamp it along that liner just to help set the liner. And it's just basically going to give me more of a soft line versus like a really harsh line like what you get with blacks. And sometimes I like that, but in this case I kind of want to keep everything soft. So now just taking this dark shade again and just going along the lower lash line, and then I'm going to blend it out with a matte shade. We are almost done with this eye look. Then just blending it out with this matte shade here, the transition shade that I first originally used. I'm going to just lightly do it though. And so that way there aren't any harsh lines. Like that. I'm going to also add the brown shade into my waterline here, just to kind of give the gradient effect. So it's going to go from darkest to lighter on the lower lash line. Almost there, guys. And then the very last shade in the palette is this one right here. This is called Lumino. And I'm going to use this actually as my inner corner highlight. So it looks like that. That is beautiful. Wow. I actually experience very minimal fallout with this palette, which is really great. Like that. I went ahead and I just applied a nude shade. I used the MAC Boldly Bare lip liner with the Honey Love lipstick, and then topped it off with Boy Bait, which is a Cremesheen glass. Their Cremesheen glass lip color. Well, that completes the look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. It was hopefully a little shorter than the other ones. Anyways, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.